episode of Rev It Up with Earl. For the next few episodes, I've decided to get a little greedy, a little selfish. I want to get some of my favorite cars, some of my favorite car guys throughout the city. And today, I got one of my favorite car guys and one of my absolute favorite cars. Welcome to the show, Zach.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So tell us what we got here.
It's a Blaze Yellow 2012 Boss 302.
And they call it Blaze Yellow, this color. This color, when we take this car outside, you're going to see it. Like, it is, I think it is my favorite color on any Mustang ever. Because it's got hints of gold, orange sometimes in it, and it's just, the paint is so deep you can stick your arm in it, really, right? So yeah, it's absolutely a beautiful car. How long have you had it for?
Going on 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. So you didn't buy it brand new. Your second owner then?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Nice. And have you done any modifications? I see that we do have some different wheels and tires on this car that would have been stock.
Yeah, American Racing rims, Ninowingo tires.
Yep.
MGW shifter, Ibach sport lines, Savini intake, catch cam.
So a fair amount of
cat deletes.
Yeah.
Roush exhaust.
Right, yes, and the exhaust of this car is very loud. It's a lot louder than my 350R, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So tell me about the engine that's in this car. Is it the Coyote engine that's in this car?
No, it was unofficially named the Roadrunner.
Oh, really?
Because it's faster than the Coyote.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Production team or whoever was in charge of this named it that, and I guess Dodge heard about it and got in a big huff over it.
Oh, really?
And so they never officially named it the Roadrunner, but
really?
Everyone knows it as the Roadrunner.
That's awesome. Yeah, Dodge getting all upset because they stole their Roadrunner name, I guess, eh?
It's same displacement as the regular 5-liter Coyote, but forged bottom end, CNC'd heads, different cams, different intake.
Right.
Totally different animal.
Right, and so stock, what is the horsepower torque numbers on this car?
444 horsepower and 390 foot-pounds.
Oh, okay. And now, what are you running?
Not much more than stock. It was dynoed the other week at 390 to the wheels and 355 torque, I believe.
Right. And this has 2 keys, is that correct?
Yeah, it's got everyday key and the track key.
Oh, okay.
You
lost the other, threw that one away.
I actually think my dog ate it.
Awesome. Well, and tell me a little more about the exhaust system, because I really can't say enough how good this car sounds.
I wanted to keep the factory H-pipe because of the quad exhaust.
Right, because it exhausts out the side as well, right?
Yeah.
On the door, right.
So I put cat deletes in after I put in the Roush axle backs.
Yeah.
I put those in and just wanted a little more of an aggressive tone.
Right.
And the cat deletes they kind of put it over the top.
Right, and it is over the top. It's very loud.
Like when the Boss idle kicks in, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, no, neither would I. It's one of the best sounding cars in the city. It really is. Yeah, so no thoughts when you got this car of putting a supercharger or anything like that on this, have you?
Part of me always wants more.
Yeah.
But I want to keep it how it was supposed to be back in the day.
Right.
Nice track car. Naturally aspirated monster.
I fully agree with that. There's a lot of guys out there that supercharge these cars, or the GT350s, and I mean, kudos to them. And everyone's free to obviously do what they want to on their cars. But I'm with you. I would never supercharge my 350, and I would never touch this as well. It's too special. It's purpose built for track.
Yeah.
And I truly think you're upsetting the balance once you get into forced induction and that on these cars. So I'm glad you kept it exactly like this. Have you always been a big fan of the Boss 302?
Yeah. When this first came out, my dad was the manager at Macklin Ford.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
And you got to see these cars.
Yeah.
And they had one of these, yellow, same car.
Right.
And I think I was 18 or 19 at the time.
Yeah.
Like one day, I'm going to have that car.
Right, and you got it.
And 3 years ago or so.
Yeah.
This was up for sale at a lot in Calgary, and they had an apply online.
Yeah.
I was in the market for a new truck.
Oh, really?
I figured, what the hell? The worst that can happen is they say no.
Right, yeah.
Got a phone call the next day, and they said, when do you want to pick it up?
Nice.
It's like, Holy crap.
Really? So just like that.
It's really happening.
Yeah, like why go sensible when you can go this, right?
Yeah.
With the truck. Yeah, totally. So, and they only did 2 years, I do believe, 2012 and 13, right? And I think that might be a throwback to the 1969 and 70 original Boss 302s that competed in the Trans Am series, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's very cool, very cool. Well, with that, I think maybe we should take this outside and take it for a drive. So here we are in the Boss 302. The first thing you're going to notice, hopefully you guys can hear us, is the noise this car makes. The beautiful, amazing noise. It's just, I think this is my favorite sounding car now altogether. Even sounds better than my GT350R. So we're feeling pretty composed as we're going around. This is kind of a rougher road, and this car is eating it up like nothing. It's going really well. So what is this red line to?
7,500.
7,500. So it's high revving engine as well, and they've often said that the 350 was the successor for this car, I guess, if that's a fair statement.
Yeah.
But it's a high revving car too, and I tell you, it feels real good out here. So is this your first Mustang, Zach, or did you have another one before this?
I had a 1987 that got me into the world of Mustangs.
Right.
But that was nothing compared to this.
No, nothing. I mean, that was a Fox body, obviously, right?
Yeah.
I mean, those are cool, and the value of those cars is climbing and climbing. But I don't know. I got to tell you, these new modern so-called muscle cars, sports cars, whatever you want to call them, are just so outstanding and fun to drive, right?
Yeah, have something that'll get you back and forth to work and be cozy and reliable.
Exactly.
And come do stuff like this.
Right. And they're just so fast, and they just handle so well. So it feels a lot like my 2014 GT500 that I had. However, this handles corners better, I do believe, than my GT500 did, which I guess should be to be expected for being a Boss 302. This is a track car, right? So, geez, it sure feels good. Favorite kind of roads because they're challenging.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you'll never get bored in this car. Like every day, like we were talking about in the garage, and a car like this will just put a smile on your face every time because it's just so fun, thrilling to drive. Jeez, on your rev match, wow, sounds so good. Good driver, I can already tell. He's handling these roads with no problems at all. Mind you, it is kind of loud in here.
What?
Man, this car is so good. You can't get rid of this ever.
No, I want to be buried in this.
Right? I don't know what you'd ever replace this with. I don't know. There's just something special. Even the interior of this car, it's subtle, but I mean, I personally like subtle interiors, but just the little Boss 302 floor mats, Boss 302 written on the panels here, the turned metal, it feels special and unique, and stripped down, and that's what I like. I mean, this is a driver-focused car. This is for drivers, and that's absolutely evident with every single mile we go here.
One feature of the Bosses was
Nice. See, you want to get on the show, you do a burnout.
Launch control.
Launch control, hey? Wow. Geez, you know, it's something I don't really mess around with my car, but I should. This is how my 350 makes me feel when I drive it.
Yeah, like a kid before Christmas.
Right, exactly, you know? And there's a lot of cars out there that, be it as they may, they might be fantastic cars. They don't have that emotion, that drama.
Yeah.
This car is loaded with drama, you know? It's super fun to drive, and that is what it all comes down to, is how much fun are you having driving this car?